It's Dr. Trish Leigh. Okay, let me tell you what the real dangers of pornography are. Okay, there's many of them listed at my website, drtrishleigh.com, under the blog post, The Real Dangers of Pornography. But after writing that post, I was able to summarize the real danger into one concept, and this is it. It is the sleuthy nature of how pornography consumption and a habit is built over time, that it's so slow and unassuming that nobody knows that they are heading for the cliff of despair or for destruction. Because the way that the habit starts is first one of pleasure, that usually a person is found in adolescence. And it actually is an escape from pain, but the person doesn't fully understand that. So they see it as a pleasurable experience. But then over time, what happens is repeated exposure and consumption is actually miswiring the brain, so that as the dopamine is dumped into the brain during consumption and is coupled especially to masturbation, what happens is those neural pathways are dug deep. Those grooves are being set in 1-2 times a week, daily, 2 times a day. And over time, as you'll see on my blog post, over time, there is tolerance levels that are built, just like in alcoholism. So more is needed and more graphic. So more frequent, more time and duration and more graphic. And then what happens is there's escalation. And simultaneously, there's withdrawal if the person doesn't get it. So someone actually told me that they thought that porn was good for them because they felt like they were in the zone when they watched and that they could get things done better. What they had lost sight of is that their performance levels were mediocre at best, and they needed to continue to watch porn to be able to produce at mediocre levels, not at their full potential, which is why I have developed my neuro coaching program to help people to be able to see that and then help people back out of this downward spiral. But the number one danger is that it is so sleuthy that it grabs a hold of you without you even knowing. But you'll see in the post, here's the other dangers. It destroys relationships because the dynamic between the person who's watching porn and their partner is completely thrown off, because what is seen in the pornographic video shows up in the bedroom, or nothing happens in the bedroom because that person now only wants masturbation to pornography. We see that it creates more anger, and there's actually a cycle of addiction that happens, and anger and pushing away is part of that cycle, which that is bad for families because it confuses children as to why sometimes they get Dr. Jekyll and other times they get Mr. Hyde. And there is a decrease in brain performance. So attention will go down. People will be spacier. People will not be able to produce or to focus for longer time frames. Anxiety increases, depression, all the bad stuff. So that sleuthy nature is what makes it the most dangerous aspect of pornography. So starting it as a little habit can escalate over time. Okay, control your brain or it'll control you, especially when it comes to pornography.